Yo guys, so welcome to another player review on FIFA 23, and today it is on the dynamic duo striker. So obviously you had the Suarez and Mbemba from Marseille dynamic duos SBC come out, and yeah, I mean let's do one on Suarez and see how he is. So it's Luis Suarez, but it's not the Luis Suarez. Played 10 games, 15 goals, 7 assists, mix of rivals and squad battles. You'll see from the gameplay that we're going to get into in a second. 3-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot, blah blah blah. Let's get into some gameplay and we'll talk a little bit more about him. So Suarez then, Luis Suarez, not the real Suarez. Definitely a fraud in both the name and also in the performance in game as well. I'll be completely honest with you. And you know, you're looking at the graphic below right now. I gave him a 6 out of 10 overall, just on rating wise, and that sort of encumbers everything, both value wise, performance wise, everything all into one. I think that's something to keep in mind as well. It isn't just that he's a 6 out of 10 performer overall; it's that everything included, whether it was the price to do the SBC to get him or to buy him if it was another player, and also just in general how they felt to use, were they meta as such, and would I recommend them as well on top of that. So he definitely is a good value, I would say, in terms of picking up a special card if you wanted one. 24k to do. A lot of people have got really massive amounts of fodder in their club right now to build on, so you could probably do him with stuff that's in your club right now. And as far as he goes league wise, it's pretty good. Nation wise, it's pretty rough. Especially with the new chem system, it's not great. But dynamic duos, I think I did it purely just because it was League One. It worked well for my sort of RTG that I'm doing. And but yeah, as far as the card goes, I didn't enjoy using him all that much. I found his finishing to be a little bit fraudulent at times, like genuinely not that great as it maybe should be. I did have him as lengthy. I stuck an architect on him, and I had him in the most meta rat possible way. But I'll be honest, I did a player review on that Jonathan David from Lille, and I think he's 10 times the player still. I'm still all about that bandwagon that the cheap beast like that with lengthy is better than whoever you can afford to buy past that point. The only people that are better than that lengthy wise are fucking Haaland and people like that. So anyway, carrying on the tirade of why I didn't enjoy using his card all that much. His weak foot wasn't great. He's 3-star skills, 4-star weak foot, and it sort of plays like it really. You miss that extra star of weak foot when it comes down to some of those situations one-on-one. He isn't that well composed. In fact, his composure is 71 base, and there's no upgrading that with any chem stars whatsoever. So it does feel a little bit rough in one-on-one sometimes, that he misses chances that other cards would probably score. I think on Footbin actually as well, if I can pull it up quickly, he's got 600 dislikes on his card and 300 likes. So people aren't enjoying this card value-wise, performance-wise, or whatsoever. And I don't blame him. I'm in that same boat. He seems like he fails to just make the killer runs that I need sometimes. I've tried so many tactics. I've done a custom tactics video as well if you want to check that out when you can. But I've tried him in so many variations. I've played 150 games of Ultimate Team so far this year already, and he is someone that I would never probably use ever again. I hated his work rates. I hated his runs that he was making. He has good positioning. I don't understand why he wasn't finding himself in better spots. I don't understand. He just was not making runs that I needed at all. And for maybe someone else that likes the more hold up play, I guess it works for them, but he wasn't as good as I thought he was going to be, and I think that's something to keep in mind if you think about doing him. But yeah, as I was saying, I definitely recommend trying out different players and keep an eye out for more player reviews that are coming as well. Particularly also check out the one on David as well. He's a great player. I recommend trying him. But yeah, I didn't enjoy this Suarez, and he's both a fraud in not just the name but also in the performance. Like I said, it's a rough card to use, and I didn't enjoy using it. 6 out of 10 overall. He's got some decent goals for me, but he just generally failed to impress me, past that sort of average level. And he's a bit more of a premium striker, I guess you could say, and just he's a bit of a letdown when it comes down to it. So, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video anyway, and I'll catch you in the next one.